Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dan here, your urban treasure hunter, and I'm bringing you the next installment in my mini video training series on profitable treasure hunting. Now, I personally get involved in three main forms of treasure hunting. Those are storage auctions, estate liquidations, and I do some consignment selling. In this video, I'm going to talk with you about estate liquidations. This is buying personal property and treasures from other people for cash and then flipping those items, those treasures, for a profit. Now, overpaying for somebody else's property is the fastest way to go broke as an estate liquidator. So in this video, I'm going to speak with you about how to make sure that you don't overpay. And if you're not careful, you might just learn a thing or two about profitable treasure hunting. So stick with me. Let's get right to it. Now, rule number one as a profitable estate liquidator is to work with people who are motivated to sell. These are people who need to sell their items, not merely people who want to sell. People who need to sell their property, or people who are going through a life's change. They're downsizing. They're moving out of state because of a job change. They're in some sort of a distress situation. They're going through a divorce. Or maybe it's a son or daughter for someone who is deceased. Maybe that son or daughter lives out of state. Now they're dealing with the estate of their parent, and they need to just sell stuff. They need to be through with it. They don't have time to try to sell it themselves. They don't have the expertise. They need somebody like you who can come in with cash, offer them a reasonable price so that they could just move on with life. They're not burdened by trying to deal with this stuff that they have to liquidate. That's where you come in. You help them. They're a motivated seller. You've got cash in your pocket. That's where deals are made, and that's how you can make great money as an estate liquidator. Now, I treasure hunt for profit. I am not a collector of any particular thing. I treasure hunt because it's a way that I generate income for myself and for my family. And my philosophy as a profit-driven treasure hunter is fast inventory turnover. I don't like things sitting around in my inventory. I want to be able to bring inventory in and be able to move that inventory out quickly. And the only way to be able to move inventory out quickly is to be able to sell it for reasonable prices. And the only way to be able that I can sell things for reasonable prices is if I'm getting those things cheaply. And the only way that I could get things cheaply is by working with motivated sellers. Now let me offer you a real world example, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Now this is a white fox Christian Di Laurenta coat that I bought from somebody who had it, and he bought it for his daughter. His daughter moved to California. Obviously, she doesn't need the coat out there. She left it behind when she moved out. He is in need of money. He's got this coat. He doesn't know what to do with it, and he offered to sell it to me. Now, I researched it, and this coat would retail for about $3,000 in a Furrier, say in New York City or Beverly Hills. It's a really nice, authentic white fox coat. It would retail for a lot of money. But for me, for my purposes, being able to liquidate that thing on, say, eBay, I'm thinking that a high price that I'd get for that coat is maybe $800 to $1,000. I mean, that's a lot of money to get for this coat. So I knew that I'd have to be able to turn it over quickly, meaning I thought maybe I could sell it for $400 or $500. So I offered him $250, which he took. So I pick up this white fox fur coat, 3/4 length coat, for $250. And I reluctantly bought it because I didn't know if I'd be able to sell this thing too easily. I mean, you know, is fur stigmatized here in the United States? Are people still wearing this? You know, I just didn't, but I figured for $250, knowing the value of this coat, the retail value, I figured, all right, there's got to be something I could do with it. So what we're looking at here now is a screen capture of my eBay seller's activity. You can see right here is the coat. Miss O, Oscar De La Renta, a white fox fur coat, put it out there in my eBay store, hoping that I'd be able to sell the thing for maybe $400 or $500. Much to my very pleasant surprise, I sold it for $750. Now you'll notice here that the total price was $850. Meaning I sold the coat for $750 and then got an additional $100 for shipping. So now here we are looking at a screen capture of the order details on this item. And the reason why I got paid $100 for the shipping is you could see that the coat was purchased by a buyer in Saudi Arabia. So perhaps my inclination that this thing wouldn't be able to sell here in the United States was accurate. And you can see that, in fact, it is the white fox fur coat. Again, a $750 sale, and the buyer was in Saudi Arabia. So thinking that I'd get lucky to dump it for $400 or $500, I sold it for quite a bit more than that, $750, and my inclination was correct. the buyer was not here in the US, it was overseas. So anyway, my point is, in order to buy low and sell high, you've got to be able to pick up your treasures cheaply, and that is the key to treasure hunting profitability. So the last thing I want to say about this is your path to profitability as an estate liquidator, treasure hunter, is to work with motivated sellers. But you yourself do not want to be a motivated buyer. If you walk into a situation where there are things that seem appealing to you, and you want to be able to buy those items because you think that you would be able to sell them, but the seller is maybe on the fence or asking what you think is too high a price, walk. It's okay to walk. Don't be so motivated a buyer that you're going to overpay for something and regret it later because you're going to break even or even have to liquidate it at less than what you had paid. And believe me, that's happened to me. I'm talking from experience. Not everything you buy is going to be a home run. There will be times, unfortunately, where you most likely are going to overpay for stuff, and that's going to happen if you are a motivated buyer. So that's it. Don't be a motivated buyer. The things you come across in your estate liquidation adventures are going to be commodities. They're things for you to resell. Try not to have any emotional attachments to anything you come across. Do not be a motivated buyer. Work with motivated sellers, and that will put you on the path to profitability in estate liquidation treasure hunting. So that's it, folks. My name is Dan. I'm going to sign off for now. I hope that I've said something in this video that you found helpful. Oh, and also, please subscribe to my channel if you're not currently a subscriber, because I'm going to give you some dynamite advice in the next video on how to pre-qualify people right over the phone. If they ever call you and they have stuff that they want to sell, you can find out right over the phone whether or not they're a motivated seller, so you're not wasting your time and gas running around chasing after people who are not ready and motivated to sell. So stick with me. Make sure you subscribe. Watch that next video. If you have anything to say about whatever I've said here, comment below. If you talk to me, I will talk back. I ask that you like this video and share it with somebody else. If you have other people who are in the treasure hunting field and you think that I've said something that would help them, go ahead and share this video with them. And lastly, if you are a treasure hunter, if you are currently treasure hunting or thinking about getting into it and would like a lot of great information on profitable treasure hunting, please visit my blog. On my blog, I give away some great information, and there's a lot of helpful articles that I post. So you can visit my blog right now by visiting the web address on this next slide. And again, my name is Dan. I'm signing off. I'll talk to you guys soon.